Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. Welcome back to Vlogtober, day 10. Can't believe how quickly the month is going by. It's crazy. I love this time of year, as I've mentioned before, and I keep wanting to get out and go to a farmer's market or something, and we were going to go today, but my husband is sick. He has the flu, and I did something to my lower back, so we're kind of a mess together, but my kids are out having fun doing various things, so at least somebody's enjoying the season. But I do enjoy when I go to the store or something, get to see the beautiful trees, and it's just starting to look and feel like fall even more and more each day, so that's always a perk. Anyway, today I am just doing you a little unboxing with you. I opened this up yesterday, and then I put it back in when I realized what it was. So this is a funny little story. I ordered a couple supplies for me for fountain pens, and I ordered a kind of like a starter kit for a beginner fountain pen person for my son. And I thought this was for him, and so I texted him yesterday and I said, I have something for you, when can you stop by, or when can we bring it out? And he's like, oh, yeah, he gave me a couple days. And then I realized later when I opened the box that it was not his order, but mine that came in. And so I had to text him back and say, whoops, bad mom moment. I really don't have anything for you yet, but there's something coming eventually. So I felt kind of bad about that, but he probably just thought it was funny. He's a pretty good sport. Anyway, so this is an Goulet Pens order. I did take out the paper packaging, like I said yesterday, and then I thought, okay, this would be a fun little unboxing to do. I'll put that there because that's the receipt. I'll just take these things out, and I thought we could kind of play around with this together. Okay, yep, so they always put in a nice little, these are taped onto here, just that they took time to package things carefully. And then they have a sticker in there. And I love this because it's a, as you can see, mustardy, orangey, goldeny yellow. It may be a specific ink that they sell. I don't know, but I'm really happy to see that. The other ink spot ones that they have are fun, but I'm drawn to yellows and gold, so that especially speaks to me. And then they always put in a fun little mini Tootsie Pop. And so here's the big thing. I decided to try a fall ink. I did have some colors already that work, some browns and like a sepia and a brown, and I thought, that's fallish enough. I can work with that. But then I got to thinking, well, because we may not get into this today, because I like fall so much, I felt like I should go ahead and, this is a plastic bottle, just go ahead and get a few things that help add to the celebration of the season for me, and that would be writing with a fallish color. So I decided on the Diamine Pumpkin. I looked at several places on YouTube that, showed different colors such as this. Another one was Robert Oster Burned Orange. And I wanted to get that, but I couldn't find it anywhere where they said it was going to get here in time. So even though I could use it through November, I really wanted it for October. And thankfully it's here, and it's, about a third of the way through the month instead of halfway or more. So I thought we could try this together and see. I'm going to grab my ink swatch book. This is my Chic Sparrow Waypoint Leather Cherry Sky. Sky or Skies, I don't remember which is proper. Anyway, correct. This I'm probably going to stick on here. But we can swatch it. In here, I can do this. I think maybe I'll get to that later, and I'll just have this this handy for writing with, so we can see how the ink works on Tomoe River paper. But it's going to be a little minute before we get to that. So the other thing I ordered was a Lamy black nib and broad. I thought the black nibs looked really neat. There it is. This is clear on the back. And a converter for the Lamy. What I have right now is a cartridge. I always want to like unscrew these because they mostly use Twisbies. So that's in there, and it still has some ink. So I think what I want to do is I'll take this out and rinse it a little bit and come back, and then we will see. You can watch me attempt to switch the Lamy nib for the broad nib. This is a medium. Whoops. When I ordered it, I was trying, this was like my second fountain pen. I ordered a Twisby. I want to say I ordered mediums both first, and then I went to the broad, but I can't remember. Anyway, this is a medium, and my Twisby orange is also a medium. That's how I remember that. And this isn't a bad medium at all, but I wanted to try the broad, and probably the thing about the Twisbies, haven't liked the medium a whole lot, and I've tried a few different inks in it. But anyway, I thought it'd be fun to experiment now with switching out a nib. I didn't think I would ever want to do that or have a need for that, but it just sounded kind of fun this time. So we will try that in a minute. I'll come back after I rinse this out, take out that cartridge. I'm going to do it over the sink in case it's a little messy. I also have paper towel here to help with that. But then let's see how we like this Diamine pumpkin for the season. So I will also get this ready, and we'll swatch that together, and you can watch and coach me mentally and tell me later maybe what I could have done more efficiently. I did watch Brian Goulet's little video on switching on a nib from a Lamy just using tape, so I thought it might be fun to try this together. So I'll be right back and see you in just a second. Okay, I'm back. I grabbed my Ranger archival ink. I believe I got this at Joann's, but sure, it's anywhere if you're interested. So what I want to do real quick is let's go ahead and prep my ink swatch book with one of these stamps because they're so cute. So this is the bottle, and I think it looks the closest to this one, more or less. Of course, they may not be exact, but it's kind of fun. And I always keep baby wipes handy, or try to keep them handy, so I can wash my hands or blot this stamp. That looks pretty good. Let's see. There we go. My kids, some of my older boys just came in. If you hear them in the background, or if they start to talk to me, I may call off to the side a minute. They're all going paintballing. My daughter is taking her fiance paintballing with a bunch of friends as a surprise for his birthday. So I know he won't watch. Okay, I'm back. There was a funny little interlude there. I couldn't get my phone turned off. Okay, I didn't want this to take forever, so let's cut this open. I think this is going to be really nice because I can learn to play around with the nibs a little bit and see what I like, and maybe I will like this. I do like this pen a lot, but I have found that I tend to go to, in my very limited experience, I like the broader nibs better. I know that varies on ink, the type of pen, you know, all that kind of stuff can affect the flow, but a wetter writing experience is what I really like, just like a lot. So I'm still learning all that and how that all changes and works together. But anyway, you can see here, I've got that ready. So in a little bit with sticking over here, we'll swatch that out. But what Brian Goulet said is just put that Scotch tape on there and then kind of pull down. Oh my gosh, that was super easy. Yay. Thank you, Brian Goulet. Okay, that still has a little wetness to it, a little moisture on there from my cleaning it out off camera. And it was amazing how much blue ink. I had a Lamy tourmaline ink cartridge in there. I took out the cartridge and threw it away because there was hardly anything left in it. But and then I ran this through water, and it just kept coming out blue and blue and blue. So even without the cartridge, there's just a ton of ink in there. And then you just line this up on here. I have never done this. This is a first time experience, folks. You are witnessing me apply a new nib for the first time ever in history. So it says on there, if you can see, Lamy B for broad. And now this is where my fingers get messy and I get messy. I'm going to actually just gently shake that in case there's any kind of element to it that needs to be mixed up a little. By the way, I would be interested in hearing if you have suggestions on storing nibs. This is the only extra nib I have, so obviously I don't need a big system, but what would work? What would be a good way of keeping that safe? I do have little bags along these lines, but smaller. And I have all my original pen boxes, and if you have a suggestion on what to do with those too, I would like to hear, particularly with the Twisby boxes, because you get the little wrench and you get the silicone grease. And I don't know if I should just hang on to all those things in the event that I would sell them, or I want to give one to somebody. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with all that. So with this, you twist it down, and I'm going to put it in ink, and then twist it back up and try to fill that, and we'll see how we like this pumpkin. I'm so excited. I like Diamine sepia ink quite a bit now that I've put it in a broader, can't remember which pen I put it in, but I'm liking it better, and it's working better in the pen I switched it out from. Ooh, I am getting a little bit on my fingers, not too bad, but look at that. That filled like really well. Surprised how easy that was. This is also my first time using a Lamy converter. I had bought this with the idea of using cartridges because at the time I was thinking that I wanted to experience both. I wanted to see what it was like to have, the ink sloshing around in the barrel with like the Twisby Eco, which I love. And then I thought when I bought this, okay, I'll just use this for cartridges for a quick and easy ink change. And that was fine, and it is fine, but I have decided I want to give this a whirl. So now I'm not sure if I know that's in there far enough. Being a lefty, I have to keep twisting things around. Oops, it's dripping all over my hand now. So I assume that it's in there. It looks pretty on the paper towel, so let's see what happens. I'll need to grab a Q-tip to do the swatching. I don't have any in my craft area. I just showed you that the other day, and I should have realized. What I have been doing is writing the ink name and maker and the ounce size bottle or milliliters or whatever that I have. So, yep. A lot of them are these little rectangular bottles. Not a biggie. Okay, so not anything at all, just a matter of noting that. Okay, so we have Diamine pumpkin. I should know these by now, but I'm still learning all this. 30 milliliters. So you are learning with me if you're new to this, and if you're an expert, you're probably getting a good little laugh. Good-natured laugh. I know that none of you would be laughing at me. I can't remember to save my life. Okay. All right, I remember this last time. It takes just a minute for that to flow. Do that. Over here I have Astrology off to the side. I'm not sure how long. No, I have heard too. I think I saw this from Jen at Jen's TNs. Right? Yeah, I always want to say Jen's Pens. Sorry, Jen. You should be Jen's Pens and TNs. Then I would at least get part of it right. Ooh, that works. Okay. So you kind of prime it somehow by dipping it in the ink. And if you have your ink handy, like I do at the moment, that works. It doesn't always work because I have it in a different room typically. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, nice. Diamine. Pumpkin. And down here I'm writing the milliliter or whatever it's labeled as. Yeah, so this is nice. This is writing super wet. Is that the ink, or is that the fact that I just cleaned it and maybe there's still water in there? We'll see. I thought I had worked that out pretty well, but maybe not. And I guess I don't really need the Q-tip. We'll just go ahead and color with the pen since I have it in here. I think this is going to be a fun color to use. Sorry if I'm getting my head in the way. I do that sometimes. Okay, there we go. I need to tip it up a little bit. This will be a fun color. That's not really how the bottle goes. It should be right here, but who cares? Yeah, it's a nice, pumpkin is a perfect name for it. It's just a nice bright orange. I think it was on the Goulet Pens website, and they had a little sample of this, and they said it was like the perfect fall color for journaling, writing with a fountain pen ink. Try to bring that up a little bit so you can see. I'm not really seeing any shading. I don't know if there may be a little bit here. It seemed like it said somewhere that there is, but I definitely like the flow a lot. And I think it's also this broad nib in the Lamy. So I'm happy with this. Like I said, this one, the medium isn't bad. It's stuck to this now, so I'll just lift it up. It's been fine. It's a different writing experience, but I like the broad better. I just like that flowy ink pouring out onto the page. So sometimes I write something in the back. I think it's in another book. Just for fun, I want to see how this writes on the basic Amazon TN paper. This isn't even the MD paper. It's just an Amazon, well, whatever kind of paper it is. It feels fairly smooth, but some of those papers are very, very absorbent and scratchy. But let's just kind of see how this works here. Oops, it's not Noodlers though. It's Diamine or Diamine or however you say it. Somebody tell me what the correct way is. Pumpkin. Wet flow. Bright orange. I'm just thinking of things to write so I can get a feel for this. I like this ink and nib. I like it a lot, and it almost draws that ink in, it seems, a little bit on this, so it has a maybe a slight more drier feel, but it's not bad. And it seems like it's absorbing quickly in the basic paper. I'm not really seeing feathering, maybe a little slight kind of feathering, but I like finding some inks that I can use on any paper because a lot of my journal inserts are not Tomoe River paper. But I have found so far that is by far my favorite paper to write on with fountain pens. I have some Clairefontaine notebooks. My son, that I got the pen set for, has one too. I gave it to him, and he's been playing around with the fountain pen inks. I gave a set to his kids. Anyway, he likes that paper a lot, so I think he might be more of that kind of paper person. I would like to know more about the different papers. If you can refer me to a YouTube video or a website or something that discusses it more in detail. I've just kind of learned by trial and error and watching other people, but I do like the Tomoe River a lot. I have the Stalogy off to the side. Let me grab that and we'll do one last little ink swatch. And I'm dropping things all over the place. That's okay. All right, this is where I'm keeping my record of my Vlogtober videos. But let's just find a spot and try the same thing. Diamine Pumpkin. Lamy Safari. Broad nib. Right? Yeah. This is the mango color pen. I don't have any other Lamys right now, but I might like knowing that later. So it works well. It works well on this. What is your all opinion on the Stalogy paper with fountain pens? I've seen lots of people say different things about that. Definitely, you know, it's different. And the Tomoe River feels coarser. I've had some people say, though, they love it with the fountain pens, and others say not so much. Please give me your thoughts on that. And you more experienced fountain pen paper people, tell me why that is exactly, or what it is that we want in a paper. And again, I know it changes based on personal preference, but what generally makes a smoother writing experience? Maybe there isn't such a thing. Maybe it is more preference, but I know the rougher papers, like copy paper or notebook paper, isn't going to be as good, obviously, because it's going to feather and be scratchy. But anyway, I like knowing that, and I'm trying to learn more about the papers, so I would appreciate any comments on that. And I wanted to say, too, that I have the Noodler's Heart of Darkness. I use that in a TWSBI Broad, and that's supposed to be a good all-purpose black ink, and I have really, really liked that ink. I feel like I'm writing kind of with a gel pen. It's super, super good flow, and it works on all kinds of paper. So I have figured that out, and I do like that. But this is going to be fun. This will be great for October into November. Then I have some red and greens I want to kind of use for Christmas time, the month of December. Thank you for joining me for this little unboxing today, and hope that was fun for you. I hope you're enjoying the month, and I hope you're healthy. I hope you're not at home, not doing stuff that you want to do during this wonderful month of the year. Thanks. We'll see you next time.